It's time. Yes, it's time, guys. Welcome to a brand new FA season. It's the FA Season 5 Championship starting off here in Abu Dhabi, where the new regulations are in force, and I hope you're excited for an amazing, brilliant new season here in FA. We've got newcomers, we've got some reserve drivers, we've got some drivers from the past coming back to race here in the new season of FA, and King Razor First, that is I, will take you all through the next 20 rounds, starting it off here in Abu Dhabi. Wow, it's been a while, but I can't wait for you all guys to see what these newcomers have in store for us. And for the very first time, we have some very interesting teams from lots of different companies, some from Formula 1, coming together here in FAX Racing for the first time. So really excited to show you guys that. But here is the calendar for this season. Now you can see there's a little bit of a twist here, which normally Abu Dhabi would normally be at the end of the season, but this time it's at the start of the season. It's our opening race of this season, with Bahrain in second, then Qatar, Australia, China, and another thing to add to your cards, we've got some new tracks. Yes, Portugal, France, Germany, 3 new tracks, and then Monaco, Canada, Austria, Great Britain, Belgium, Hungary, Italy, and then we have 2 new tracks, Poland and Illinois. Illinois will represent the US GP, but Poland, we have never ever raced in Poland before. No motorsport driver or motorsport series have raced in Poland before. Mexico makes its return after a very long time. Saudi Arabia being our promoted race this season, and Brazil Interlagos will be our season finale, because I gotta put Brazil last because it's a really good track, and I feel like that last race will give us so much spice and heat, I must say. But yeah, that is the calendar. Here is your drivers lineup. You can see that is your boy King Reza, obviously with Matty. We have McLaren Shadow up and fourth. Then we have Josh B, and we have Therese, Red Bull Shearer, Ruby, and then we have Rose for Motorsport Racing, DJ and Zaze for Peugeot E-Drive, Claudia and Kaden from McLaren Chrome, Maddie and Naz for Visa Bulls, Shay and Lily from Lambo Neon, Emily and Sarah for Lambo Tralizone, Fritton and Washer from Atlassian Williams, and Agent and Brandon Al for Alpine Ures. That is your lineup, and that is your teams. And you gotta say, there are some drivers that you might realize that you saw before. Yes, your 3-time FA champion, reigning champion on the grid, Josh B. Remember him, he's from FA Season 1 and Season 2. The FA Season 1 champ makes his return. Ruby from FA Season 2 and Season 3 makes her return. So does Rose. DJ, our FA Season 4 champion, and Claudia, she was in FA Season 4, the last FA season. So loads of drivers making a return. We've got some drivers who are just starting that FA career who is also racing. But here is your rules and game features throughout this season, just to let you know how FA works. So we have qualifying. Obviously qualifying will determine the starting grid. We have the tires options, you have the softs, which is the quickest, mediums and the hards, and intermediate and wets. The races will be 50% distance, and there will be weather conditions of wet or dry. There will be virtual safety cars and safety cars in force. And if a driver, this is a new regulation change, I must say, for penalties, but if a driver receives a 15-second penalty, then they will get a penalty point added to their tally. If a driver has 5 penalty points and they will not participate in the next 3 races of the season. So the drivers receive 5 penalty points in total, they won't be able to receive the next 3 races of the season, depending on the penalty they got. However, if the driver has 10 penalty points, then they will not participate for the remainder of the season, and everything else is as usual. Fastest lap will get an extra point if they finish in the top 10, and the winner of the season will become champion and advance to FA Season 6. Also, the team who wins the Constructors Championship will also advance to every season 6, and that's both drivers in the winning Constructors team. So that is the rules and game features, and as the season goes on, I'll remind you again as probably the driver will unfold. But that is everything, guys. Let's get into the first race of this season. This is your starter grid for the opening race, and your boy King Razor from McLaren Shadow starts on pole. Claudia will be alongside our former teammate, by the way, from season 4, is alongside us. Ruby, great lap from her, starting 3rd, making her return. Josh B starting 4th. Shay by Lambo Neon, he was from FX season 4, starting up in 5th. Then Maddie in 6th with Visa Balls. Kaylin in McLaren Premier 7th. Then Agent in Alpine Reyes in 8th. Sorry. Naz with Visa Ball in 9th. Then Fritton in Alasia Williams in 10th. Then Brandon Al with Alpine Reyes starts 11th. With Rose for Motorsport Racing, she will start 12th. DJ will race for Persia for the first time. He started 13th with Lily starting 14th. Zai Persia E-Drive 15th. And Washer starts 16th with Elastic Winners. Matty, our teammate, our rookie, I must say, start 19th. Terrace is 18th. And Emily for Lambo Trizone ran out the field. And Saraya, Lambo Trizone 20th. So both Lambo Trizone cars starting way at the back of the field. But ladies and gentlemen, that is your grid lineup. So the great question is, who is going to take the first win of the FA season? Right, let's not waste any time. We've got some newcomers, we've got some drivers, but in the new set of regulations in FA Season 5, it's time to get this season going with the 5 red lights up on your screens. Lights out and away we go. FA Season 5 is underway, and your boy King Razor got the line really well into turn 1. We get back to defend against Claudia. Ruby tried to hang on to 3rd place, trying to defend against Shay, but it's not like Ruby tried to try and make the move on Claudia as we go through the corners, now into the braking zone. Ruby had the inside line, Claudia's foot to the outside, and Ruby got the move done. Ruby's in 2nd place, Shay got herself into 3rd. Claudia, a terrible stop from her, and she's under pressure by Shay. As you can see, Josh and Kaylin also getting themselves involved, but look at King Razor already pull a 2nd gap between him and Ruby as they head into the braking zone, into the 2nd DRS section. It's King Razor leading the way with Ruby in 2nd, Claudia 3rd, Shay 4th place. Maybe Claudia could go for 2nd as he heads now into this corner. Is there a move there? No, you can't get the move done. Claudia stays in 3rd place, but what a start for your boy King Razor as we end the lights of lap 1 out of 29. Oh, contact between Kaylin and the lights off. Shay's in the water, out of the race, and that will cause her first safety car of the whole season. Wow, what a crazy start to that one. It looked like there was contact between the likes of Shay and Kaylin. It looked like Shay literally sent it down the inside on the lights of Kaylin, but unfortunately there was no room to work with, and unfortunately he's in the wall and he's out of the race. Not the start that he would have wanted. Not the season he wanted to start anyway. He started his season with no points, and it only lasted 1 lap or half a lap of this race already. So the race will get neutralized down. The drivers have to slow down, stay to their delta, as the marshals will try and clear that one up. But my goodness, that was a crazy start. Ruby, well done to her to get into 2nd place. Remember, Ruby was in FA Season 2, Season 3. Those 2 seasons didn't go well for her, as we skipped some laps later on to lap 3 out of 29. Josh in 5th place. Remember, he was your FA Season 1 champion, making his return to try and get his 2nd championship. He got some work to do, but he's your boy King Razor, the reigning champion, is going to lead us back into Green Flag Racing. The safety car will now pull into the pits. It's now up to us where we're going to go, and we're going to go right now. Lap 4 out of 29, the Grand Prix is back underway, and your boy King Razor leading Ruby into the lights of turn 1. Remember, there's 2 DRS zones here in Abu Dhabi, the Marina-based circuit, and it's looking like King Razor's already got a great launch, and Ruby, can't keep up. But we'll see how this race has gone on, as we already said. The fastest first sector, as there's a whole gang of cars fighting out for the lights of P11 there. There's Rose trying to make her way through the field. DJ now side by side with someone, I think. No, wow, DJ's about to make a move on Rose, as you head down into the braking zone of turn 6. There goes DJ to the inside, and he got to be done. And now he could give Fritton a little bit of pressure here. Fritton and Washer, by the way, they're from the FAX series as they managed to get through onto this FA Season 5 series. So well done to those guys. They're racing for a last year Williams racing. As there goes Washer to the inside, trying to make a move on Rose, but Rose managed to cover that one off. As now, this is like Washer needs to keep his eye out. Oh, Josh B got a 5-second penalty. The champion from season 1 has a 5-second penalty. That's not going to help him out as he's fighting it out with Manny right now. The Visa balls that Washer got a 5-second penalty for causing a collision as we head on to lap 5 and at 29. The DRS is enabled. Now the DRS, the drag reduction system, will give you an extra 20 kilometers per hour down the straight to hopefully get past your opponents. As we head now into the lights of turn 5, you can see Manny trying to give Kayla a little bit of pressure. Josh got that 5-second penalty. He needs to be careful, and that's had to be served during the pit stop. So unfortunately for Josh, not the start that he would have wanted, I must say, for his first race back after 2 seasons off. That is crazy stuff. But your boy King Razza still leading the way, and I gotta say that the likes of your boy King Razza, most people are on the softs. Some drivers are on the mediums, but the only driver that's on the hards, it is Emily for Lambo Tradizone. She's the only driver on the hards. There is our teammate Matty trying to make some moves, give Terrace a little bit of pressure, but he and the likes of Washer got 5-second penalty, so that's not good news for him. As you can see in Brandon, who's getting overtaken by the likes of Naz from the Visa Bulls. That Visa Bull looked pretty quick, I gotta say. As Kylie got a track limit warning, you don't want to get 3 track limits, so that's one warning. If you get 3 warnings of track limits, there will be a penalty coming your way, so Kylie needs to be careful a bit and just keep it on the road. As there goes Maddie down the inside of Kaylin. Great move from Maddie, and now she could give the likes of Claudia a little bit of pressure, but can Kelly sell it around the outside? Oh, contact between those two as it goes side by side through the tight section of the track, sector 3. As now Claudia and Kelly go side by side. Yellow flag, sector 3. Someone had a moment, but it has been cleared as we end the lights at lap 6, coming into lap 7. But my goodness, that was really close to contact between those 2 drivers. But luckily, they managed to keep it all clean. Claudia stays 3rd. Kaylee got the move done on Maddie. She's out to 4th. Maddie 5th. Naz in 6th. Brandon, he's down in 7th. Josh 8th. Agent 9th. I think Agent, he coming to play from the FA Extra. There is Soraya from the Lambo Tradizone with front wing damage. Lamborghini making their debut here in FAX Racing. Not the start that they would have wanted, I gotta say. So they got some work to do to try and get some points today, unfortunately. But yeah, they're going to be a long way off. As we're watching now, Claudia right behind Ruby. Ruby is losing touch for the likes of your boy King Razza, and now she's under pressure by Claudia. Claudia with the DRS, a former teammate from season 4, is going to send it down the inside into the braking zone. Ruby trying to defend it. There was contact. Ruby has to go off track. She rejoins the track, and now Claudia has got the upper hand, and she's ahead of Ruby even before we get into turn 9. Wow, that was crazy stuff, but Ruby's not giving this one up. She's going to try and send it round the outside. Claudia's going to try and defend this one, keeping her footing right there. Oh, I thought Claudia went into the wall, but no, but she's keeping it going. Ruby's really not giving this one up. As we head now into the last sector, the last corner, Claudia's going to have the inside line, and Claudia stays ahead of Ruby, and Claudia's now into 2nd place. It's been a long while for Claudia. She's back where she started this race, and now does she have the pace to try and catch your boy King Razor? We're on the softs, Claudia's on the medium, so sooner rather than later, the mediums might be the favourite ones to, well, the mediums will be the quickest time, I say, here on the track. As we're watching now, the 2 Alpine Reyes having a little scrap there for the likes of P6, but meanwhile Ruby and Claudia, they can't give up on each other. They're really giving each other a little bit of fight, but behind them Naz making the move on Kaylin. So Naz now up into P4. I gotta say that Visa ball looked pretty quick in the new set of regulations as teammate Maddie making the move now on the likes of Agent and on both Alpine race cars. She's up into P5. Easy move from her. Now she can try and chase after Kaylin. It's looking like, I gotta say, McLaren Chrome and Visa Balls looking like their cars look like the best here. As contact between Agent and Maddie. That's a little send from Agent that didn't really go well, and Race Control did not like that at all. He has a 5-second penalty. Josh, by the way, he has a 10-second penalty. Remember that rule about the penalties that I said at the start of this episode? One more 5-second penalty. Unfortunately for Josh, he could get already a race penalty point, unfortunately, as we're watching this scrap going on. Well, there's an incident that happened. There's a car pile-up, and that is caused a virtual safety car. And Agent, well, who has that 5-second penalty, is going to get worse for him. He's now out. He's out of this race. So it's gone back to worse for Alpine Reyes, because Agent is out, and unfortunately I think he got caught up in that incident, and now he's out and he has to retire out of this race as Maddie has to come into the pits. Oh, Maddie was fighting with Nas, Kaylin, all those guys up the front of the field. She could have got a good result out of today, but unfortunately it's not going to happen, and she has to serve that penalty. That's 5 seconds, and when you serve those penalties, ladies and gentlemen, it will feel like a long time when you're in that cockpit. For Washer, it is 10 seconds. It's going to feel like an eternity for him until he can get back going. He's gone onto the hards. Soraya on the hards. Who else has gone to the hards? It's like Maddie has gone for the hards, so they're trying to go long here. As we're watching this scrap, there's an incident. Josh is involved, and that's a 15-second penalty for him. Oh dear, what is going on with your FA Season 1 champ? This is not the return he would have wanted, and now he has had to serve a 15-second penalty and a penalty point on his name even before we get this season started. Round 1 out of 20. It is kicking off here in Abu Dhabi. Oh dear, Josh, it's not looking good for him, and he's going to drop all the way down to the back of the field, unfortunately, as Rose making her way through the traffic on the guys who are slow right now. As Josh B, here he comes, the reigning FA Season 1 champion, comes in the pits, and he has to serve his 15-second penalty. Oh dear, it's going to be an eternity for him. Oh man, he's gone bad to words. He's just been involved with so many incidents, unfortunately, and the team can't do anything. 50 seconds is a long time, and now they can get to work. And he's gone to the sauce, and I think for Josh, for his race, I don't think it's going to be for a race win. I think it has to be trying to recover as many positions as possible and try to get some points today. As your boy King Raza has pitted, and oh my goodness, that was close. That's an unsafe release from McLaren Shadow, as we nearly got into the back of Ruby from Motorsport Racing. She's got back out. She's on the mediums. Your boy King Raza on the sauce. So that's going to be interesting. Brandon L comes into the pits as we were watching. I'm sorry to say that this is the first mandatory pit stop for everyone. So that's what we're watching right now, as Brandon comes out of the pits now on the soft compound tyres, and King Raza come out. And he got some traffic to try and get past. He got loads of traffic. You can see that. That's the likes of his teammates and Emily having a fight right now. But King Raza needs to try and get past these guys as quickly as possible, because his race is not with them, and he can't really fight this. We can't really find our way by. And you can see that the Persia is ahead as well. But your King Raza set it down the inside of Matty. Thankfully, Matty didn't give it a fight, because he knows he's not in the fight. It's his first ever race in FA, and I know it's going to take a little bit of time for him to try and get to grip with that with the car. Lots of open rookies, I gotta say, the likes of Terrace and the likes of Lily. There's so many drivers who are new, and so many drivers who come back for after a long time. So yeah, this is going to be like I say, it's going to be a very interesting season, as Claudia is now your race leader, the Polish driver, leading the way, but she is yet to pit. So is Kaylin. To two McLaren Chromes need to come into pits. Rose has continued on as well. Well, as soon as I said that, she has come into the pits to get rid of those mediums and put on the soft compound tyres. So yes, I think Rose, she's going to try and finish in the top 10. We're on lap 17 out of 29, and your boy King Raza is absolutely flying out there. He is catching the two McLaren Chromes very, very quickly, and I won't be surprised if he's going to be right at the back of them as we're now halfway, well, over halfway race distance here in a 50% race. And look at Terrace giving Rose a lot of pressure, because Rose just came out of the pit lane, and Terrace, who has warmed hard, could give Rose a little pressure, but Rose, she's on the sauce, and the sauce is way quicker, so I expect her to pull away very quickly. But here is Kaylin. She's in the pits. Oh, yellow flag set to freeze. Someone had a moment. Maddie got a 5-second penalty. So yeah, something happened to Maddie as Kaylin got her pit stop done. It's set to free. Yellow flag again. And oh, there's a kerfuffle. There's a kerfuffle now. That's Lily in the wall. Lily in the wall. Front wing damage. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Lamborghini, they're having a torrid time here in Abu Dhabi. This is not what they want for their first race debut, as we're having another incident, and that is Fritton in the wall, and Soraya out of the race. It's just gone bad to worse for Lamborghini, because now they lost another driver. Oh dear, it's turning into a nightmare for that team. And remember, Lamborghini, I can say that they have two teams in this race. Lamborghini Trilizone, Lamborghini Neon. Neon is green, Trilizone is yellow, same as McLaren. McLaren has two sister teams. That's us in McLaren, McLaren Shadow, Claudia and Kaylin in McLaren Chrome. So yeah, two sister teams in this season. But unfortunately, for Lamborghini side, it's not looking too good as Fritton, front wing damage. That car looked absolutely destroyed. He has to come into the pits and get that repaired. So unfortunately for Williams, Alexi Williams, is not looking good for them either. But here is the fight. The two former teammates from season 4. Claudia against King Razza. King Razza send it down the inside. Claudia didn't fight it. She knows she's not in our fight, and Claudia has to concede the position. She's down to P2, but I mean, she's on worn out medium, so it is kind of expected. But King Razza is now back into the lead of the Grand Prix, the opening race of the FA Season 5 series. And when is Claudia going to come in? She is coming in now. She's been out on those mediums for at least like 15, 20 laps. I would say that is a long time, but she's finally in, and she's gone to onto mediums. I wonder if she's doing a one-stop. I think Claudia's doing a one-stop, to be honest, and I think she's going to drop all the way down to the bottom. Oh no, she's down in P7, so at least for her, she can try and get as many positions as possible. As we're now on lap 24 out of 29, Naz from Visa Balls. I mean, Visa Balls look really quick, I've got to say, but Ruby, she is challenging her for P2 right now, and this might be the only fight that I can see around the track that could be fighting out for the podium. As you can see now, she's doing everything she can to try and keep the likes of Ruby at bay. King Razza is long gone, 6 seconds ahead of these guys. I think this is going to be the fight for second place. Naz versus Ruby. Who's going to win it out? We're going to find out right now, because here comes Ruby. She's going to set it down the inside of Naz. Naz going to try and defend this one. The two of them are alongside each other now, as Naz got to be done. Well done to Naz. Up into P2. Great job from her, and the Visa Ball is up into P2. I've got to say, Visa Balls, they look very quick, especially for Naz. She's definitely grip up to that car very quick, and I'm sure there could be a big threat throughout this season, as well as McLaren Chrome, because Claudia is literally catching Brandon very quickly. But Ruby, we got to pay attention to this, ladies and gentlemen, because she's going to have the DRS. Here it is, there it goes, and here comes Ruby now. She's going to try and go for it to the inside, using the ERS battery as well. Ruby back up into P2. Great move from her, from Connor Sports. And now, can she pull away from Naz? I don't know. We have to find out, because as we skip some laps later, yes, Naz is still there. She's still there on lap 26 out of 29. Naz is still giving Ruby a lot of pressure. Is there going to be sent into this corner? Yes, there is. Down the inside. Naz goes. What a send from her. And Naz, does she get to be done? She has. She has got to be done, but Ruby's going to try and find this one out. Ruby, oh, contact between those guys. Contact between those two. But Naz managed to have it online, and now she has to try and force Ruby to a little mistake, because Ruby at the inside line, and Ruby got to be done. Oh my goodness, Zancchi, dude, this fight is absolutely brewing very, very quickly. And with 3 laps left to go, and meanwhile, King Razza is minding his own business. He is absolutely gone. He's gone, and it's looking like your boy King Razza is going to get this win, this first win of this season. Well done to him, but we have to pay attention to this fight because Naz, this fight is not over until I say it's over. Naz is going to have the DRS. DRS is now enabled. What can Ruby do as we head now into turn 6? What can Ruby do to defend against Naz? She pulls to the inside. Naz, Ruby, side side, went off track. Ruby hit the wall, and Ruby got front wheel damage. Oh no, it's gone all wrong. Ruby has ended a race with a dramatic affair with Naz, and the driver who could get a podium here in Abu Dhabi. It has ended in a big controversy with Naz. Oh dear. Oh, Ruby, the bad luck continues, I guess. The bad luck continues. And I gotta be fair, that was an epic fight between Ruby and Naz until that point. But for Ruby, front wing damage in the wall. I don't really know what happened there because it looked like both drivers didn't even leave any room as we head into turn 6. I don't know who's at fault, but Race Control did not throw a penalty to either of the drivers, so it's looking like they think it's a racing incident. Race Control thought, but for Ruby, oh, she's going to be absolutely disgusted and mad at Naz 100%, and I'm sure Naz is going to report Ruby as well, talking to her team like, what was she doing? Ruby was going to say, what was Naz doing? Didn't give me any space. Wow, drama, absolute drama in the closing stages of this race between Naz and Ruby, and I'm sure we're going to see more big moves. Oh, virtual safety car now out, and DJ for Peugeot e-drive has an engine failure. It's an engine failure for DJ. Unfortunately, we can't find him on the track. He went off somewhere, but it is a reliability issue for DJ. So for Peugeot, that is not how they want to start their season, especially for Zancchi. He will be a little bit Zancchi will be a little bit scared that he might have the same issue. But yeah, our first reliability issue has gone out, and it's DJ who has to suffer from it, unfortunately. And yeah, fortunate for him, for DJ, that's his race done. No points for him, and yeah, Peugeot are going to be absolutely disappointed. I'm sure there's going to be a really big feud going on between Motorsport and Visa Balls, but on the final lap of this race, it's all eyes on your boy King Razza. The 3-time reigning champion will start his FA Season 5 series with a win on his name. King Razza wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and Claudia just got Naz to the line. What a move from her! Kaelin up into P4, Rose in 5th, Branson 6th, then Josh, Zancchi, Ruby has to limp home to P9 with front wing damage. This is definitely a race for her to forget, and Terrace will finish in 10th. But my oh my, what a dramatic end to the season opener of FA Season 5, as Emily will crawl away to the finish. Wow, drama on the first race of the season, but it's your boy King Razza the First taking the first win of this season and leading the championship as always. As Claudia in 2nd place, Naz 3rd, Kaelin 4th, then we have the likes of Rose in 5th, Josh B 6th, Brandon L, Zancchi, Ruby, Terrace, Fritton, Emily, Lily, Maddie, Washer, DJ, Saraya, Agent, and the likes of Shay, DJ, Saraya, Agent, and Shay, who has retired from the race. Ruby's going to be absolutely disappointed. I'm sure she's going to be speaking to her colleagues about what happened between her and Naz, but it is what it is. It's only the first race of the season, and anything, and I mean anything, can change. But here is the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship so far after today's results. Obviously, I'm not really going to repeat the championship because that is what the race results are, but it's your boy King Raz to lead the way from our former TP and Claudia. But what's interesting in the Constructors Championship is that McLaren Chrome leading the Constructor Championship, because remember, Claudia and Kaylin, they both finished higher than me and Matty. Matty, obviously we won the race, but Matty finished all the way down outside the points. So unfortunately for Matty, got some work to do in the next race, but it's his first ever season, so he's going to give him a little bit, we'll have to give him a little bit of time to get used with the car. And same with all the other rookies in this race, because this is a new transition from the FAX Gen 1 to the FAX Gen 2, so it's going to take time for drivers to get used to, and it's going to take time for teams to learn the new car and what it can do to perform in the next race. But yeah, next race is Bahrain, and Bahrain does expose teams' performances, so get ready for that one, because that's where we're going to see truly where each team are. But for now, King Rancer can celebrate. Claudia second, Nas third, and the Constructor Championship looked very tight. But who will win it all in Bahrain? We'll find out when FA returns. Bye bye and good night.